Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ismail from Minnesota. I thank Allah for having guided me to Islam, alhamdulillah. But I work in a small grocery store, whose chief products are beer, cigarettes, and lottery tickets. As long as I make my prayers, is it okay for me to continue to work here? Keep in mind, I've been working here for 3 years, and it's not easy to find a job in my city. Can you answer my question?
Alhamdulillah, it's a very good question. It's something that faces many Muslims around the world on a daily basis. So don't think that you're alone in your problem. And don't think that Allah is going to leave you as long as you're trying to find a solution to your problem. So, first of all, I must pat you on your back and say that well done for trying to find a solution to your problem. Because it is a problem to work in a grocery store that sells alcohol, that sells cigarettes, that sells lottery tickets. That's a big problem. But the secret is, how do we find a solution? And what kind of a correct and realistic solution can we offer to those brothers and sisters who may find themselves in such a situation? First of all, we must know that all of those things that we have mentioned are not permitted in our religion. So when we say that something is haram, something is not permissible, that means it is not permissible to use it, consume it, or sell it. So therefore, alcohol has been prohibited in 3 stages. Cigarettes are not permitted because they damage our health. Lottery is from gambling.
يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما.
They ask you, O Muhammad, concerning alcoholic drink and gambling. Say, in them is a great sin and some benefits for men, but the sin of them is greater than their benefit.
It's evil, and the sin that it brings is greater than the good that it has. So look at the justice and the fairness of Allah and the fairness of Islam. It does not deny that there is some good in that. Someone could do some good with that. But the evil of those things is much, much greater. And I don't think you need to look any further than those countries that are trying to ban smoking. Many of them have already banned smoking advertising because they realize the harm that it brings to the communities. And also many countries are trying to ban alcohol advertising. They're trying to run campaigns that teach people how to drink. In our religion, we don't drink. That is the simplest solution. Because you have a minority who are going to abuse the drink and cause problems for the majority. So therefore, we cannot help anyone to sell such products. The same applies to cigarettes, to lottery tickets, because even the Christian religion does not allow that. The Christian religion does not allow gambling. The pure teachings of Christianity, they don't allow that. And as far as I know, the same applies to Judaism. So therefore, our religion does not allow these things. So therefore, we must know that they are haram. They are not permissible. And the solution to that problem is to try and find a better job. Better in the sense not only of financial rewards, but better in the sense of the religion. So it has to be halal, because the Prophet ﷺ said, indeed Allah is good and He doesn't accept anything but good. So therefore our earnings must be good, our livelihood must be good, the way we spend it must be good as well. And something lastly we must know. The Prophet ﷺ told us in an authentic hadith that none of us will die until his provision is complete. What does it mean? It means that not a cent, not a penny will pass us by the side if Allah has decreed that that penny and that cent is going to come our way. So therefore, we should rejoice at that. If we're supposed to be millionaires, don't worry, you'll be a millionaire. If we're supposed to be something else, we're going to be that. So therefore, the Prophet ﷺ, he didn't just say it. He said after that, fa, which means then, فَأَجْمِلُوا فِي الطَّلَبِ. So therefore, as a result of that knowledge, try to seek legal ways to find your provision. Legal ways is very important. Those people who try to portray Muslims as a bunch of time wasters, or a bunch of people who are bloodthirsty, a bunch of people who want to break the law constantly, they are not looking at the right people, number one. And they are confusing the issue of what Islam teaches and what some Muslims do. So therefore, as a Muslim, we must follow the teachings of Islam, and we must know that our provision has been prescribed. And we don't care if someone says you can't find a job like that. We don't look at that. But as a realistic solution, we must know that we cannot leave the present job. You cannot leave the present job until you find a job that is better than that. And it is not permissible for you to leave that job for something worse. For example, a job that is the same, but it has worse pay. So that is something that we have to know, that Islam does not allow us to bring about more corruption, more harm than what we have, but rather it orders us to lessen it as much as possible. And we hope that Allah will make it easy for you and for anyone else to leave that situation and find the halal means of providing and sustaining oneself. Wabillahi tawfiq, and Allah is the granter of the success. And I ask Allah humbly to make it easy for you and everyone else, because we should know that whoever fears Allah, he finds a way out. Allah gives him a way out. Whoever fears Allah truly, he doesn't want to compromise his religion. And don't forget, Allah is the creator of everything. He's the one who gives Bill Gates his dollars and everyone else his dollars. So do you think he's going to leave you? All you need is a few dollars or a few pounds. So therefore we must know that, we must put our trust in him, because he said whoever puts his trust in Allah, he is sufficient for him. And may Allah make it easy for all of us. Wabillahi tawfiq.